So yeah, I'm not sure what to expect with this, but I figure since it's Gamescom day, I'm gonna check this out. Maybe there'll be some surprising announcements, or maybe they'll just stroke their dicks and talk about another version of the Xbox One X console or controller. That's something they usually do with Inside Xbox from what I've seen in the past. It's like sometimes they'll just show, oh look, we've got like another special edition of the Xbox, and it's like, okay then. I mean, I already have an Xbox, but okay. We've met before. I've got a terrible memory, but your name does seem familiar. Nonetheless, welcome to the stream. Do you think Ninja's going to show up in the middle of it just because Microsoft now has a deal with Ninja? That'd be weird. While I wait for this to start, I'm going to go grab a soda. One sec. Alright, I'm back. Just got myself a nice can of vanilla Coke Zero to sip on while I watch this. Don't expect much from me commentary wise. I mean, if something interests me, I'll say it, but I'm probably going to be a little bit quiet for most of this just because I'm not very good at commentating on stuff that's like padded or boring to me. But yeah, with that said, let's get started. This is the first time I'm streaming Inside Xbox, by the way. I've never streamed these before. I've just seen like the VODs of Inside Xbox in the past, and they're usually quite long. Oh, Borderlands 3. Check Discord. Oh, I see. Okay, thanks for telling me that. But yeah, welcome to the stream. It has been a while since I've seen you. It's nice to see you again.
Welcome to Cologne, Germany, a place with a storied past playing host to gaming's
We got a British
future.
accent. Oh, yeah.
For the next week, this 2,000-year-old city is the epicenter
I mean, this is
of
a
gaming.
conference in
Hundreds
Europe,
of
so that makes
thousands
sense.
of fans, media, developers, and publishers converge at the largest gaming convention in the world, GamesCom.
That was probably the most exciting thing you're going to see this entire presentation, by the way.
Here we go! I love it! Yes! Hey!
You ready for some cringe?
To a very special Inside Xbox, where tonight we are jam-packed with an amazing live studio audience, announcements, premieres, debuts, and interviews live from right here in beautiful Cologne, Germany!
We've got new games coming to Xbox Game Pass and graduating from Xbox Game Preview. They grow up so fast, don't they, Greg? Plus, we welcome our friends at Bungie back to the Xbox stage to talk Destiny 2.
Tonight we're pulling out all the big hitters with news from Borderlands 3, NBA 2K20 and Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, as well as a steamy Age of Empires 2.
Sorry, what's steamy?
Steamy, it's gotta be steamy.
Ooh, hello.
Benny, please. Plus two of gaming's biggest stars, Brenda Romero and John Romero.
Yeah. Come on.
They're bringing their latest indie masterpiece right here to our stage with the first gameplay reveal of Empire of Sin.
Nice.
And finally keep those eyes peeled and that browser open for the collision of heroes taking down the Swarm one wave at a time. It's of course the world premiere of Gears 5 Horde Mode.
I really need to play the Gears of War series. That's like one of those games that I've never gotten around to.
I'm so excited to share it with all you on stage. I'm so excited to share it with all of you in the room, and I'm so excited to share it with all of you at home as well. Soon we'll be sitting down with Randy Varnell from Gearbox to talk Borderlands 3.
Yes.
Yeah, but in just a minute. But first of all, let's kick this show off right.
Okay.
And the way we kick shows off is with a world premiere trailer.
Premiere.
Yeah? Premiere. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this.
We've been practicing the premiere.
It's the 90s found footage phenomenon that revolutionized the horror genre and single-handedly made standing in the corner super creepy.
I mean, I feel like it was kind of creepy already, great, but...
I know what.
Yeah, all right.
I know what.
Okay.
Exclusive! Right here on Inside Xbox, this is the latest trailer for Blair Witch.
Yeah, I remember seeing a little bit of this at E3.
There are mistakes we fear, and wrongs that haunt us. But the worst are the sins we choose to forget.
I'm not really big on horror games personally.
Ellis to base. Bullet picked up a scent.
He's been
Doggo.
through a lot.
Just like you.
Any video game where you've got a doggo
I'm not
companion
gonna
is an
screw this
automatic
up.
plus though.
Not this time.
You guys know these woods are cursed, right?
Ellis, I can't do this anymore.
They mess with people's heads.
Ellis, listen to me.
No!
You know you're in no shape to play the hero.
Hey, don't talk to me like I'm crazy.
Greetings, my beloved listeners. Today's question is...
Did you see her? When you looked into their eyes, did you see her?
What have you done, Ellis?
These woods made me remember. Now there's no way back.
Coming out very soon then.
I mean, I'm super excited to play this game, but I genuinely don't think I can do it alone. If there's anyone out there who can provide me with some moral support to take me through that, hit me up on Twitter. Anyway, as a worldwide event like Gamescom brings fans face to face with some of their favorite games. And do you know, Leah, what else does that?
I want to say unicorns, maybe.
I mean, close. But like a mythical beast of burden, Xbox Game Pass delights fans of all ages. And today we are saddling up a unicorn. Is this The Witcher 3? This was age appropriate for another big announcement. Since E3, more than 22 games have been added to the PC catalogue, including Shadow of War, Undertale, Blazing Chrome, Nightcall, and the Banner Saga 3.
And that is right. You also told us you want even more games because why wouldn't you? Well, today we're here to announce that there's a brand new group of games joining the Xbox Game Pass corral. Coming to Game Pass PC, Game Pass Console, and Game Pass Ultimate on August the 22nd, Kingdom Come Deliverance. The immersive...
Not sure if that game is for me, but I've heard that's a good game.
That begs the question, Julia, what would you do if a tyrannical medieval king murdered your entire family?
Go out to dinner. Alone.
We've all got our ways of dealing with things. Joining Game Pass that same day, it's the wildly frenetic Smash 'em Up 8 Out.
Yes, then it's the return of an iconic dungeon crawler from the mind of Brian Fargo and In Exile Entertainment. Bard's Tale 4 rolls out to Game Pass on August 27th, and just 3 days later, the horror game we just saw, Blair Witch, arrives on August 30th. I can't take it anymore.
Huh, okay then. I mean, I don't think I'll play Blair Witch, but that's cool for people who want to.
There's more.
That's right. We've got 3 games launching into Xbox Game Pass today. That's today. So Age of Empires Definitive Edition, the best-selling real-time strategy game now in 4K, is joining Game Pass for PC. And joining Xbox Game Pass for consoles this very day, Stellaris, the epic space 4X grand strategy game, and finally, if quick-witted 60 frames per second combo-tastic demon slaying is your jam, and why wouldn't it be? Because, you know, are you dead inside? Get ready to dust off that download button, because starting today, Devil May Cry 5 joins in the Game Pass.
Okay, that's a nice get for Xbox Game Pass.
Absolutely amazing.
I mean, that game didn't come out that long ago. That was like, what, a few months back?
Or upgrade to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and get your first 2 months for only $2, €2, £2, oh my! And while you're at it, why not check out the newly updated Xbox Beta app for Windows 10? There you're able to better manage and find your Game Pass DC titles and DLC all in one handy place. Remember, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate gets you Game Pass for PC, Game Pass for console, and Xbox Live Gold, including access to the Ultimate Edition of Gears 5, which includes 4-day early access.
I mean, there's a lot of things that we're calling Ultimate, and the way I look at it is just even the name itself is like saying, do you want a taco, or would you want the ultimate taco?
Ultimate taco.
The ultimate taco,
Come
because
on.
it's clearly a lot better. Right. Also, since launching Xbox Game Pass for PC Beta
Oh my
at
God,
Tunes
that
E3,
face.
we've been listening
That's like the
closely to
face
fans
of a
on how to
killer, the
make
way
the
she's
PC
just
gaming
looking at me.
experience even better. So check out the Xbox Wire right after the show for details on new updates to the Xbox app for Windows 10, which are going to be coming very, very soon to you.
Ooh, but believe it or not, we are not done yet. Starting today, Dell Alienware Arena members can claim a free 30-day Xbox Game Pass for PC beta code. New and existing Dell Alienware Arena members, head over to the link below for more information.
That's right. And lastly, we're nearly there, guys. We are happy to announce that Human Fall Flat, the quirky physics-based puzzle platformer and Game Pass classic title, has new free DLC for both PC and console coming very, very soon.
Ooh.
The Steam update, comes direct from the mind of the game's creators and is slated to hit consoles and PCs in late August. For more on the free DLC, why don't we check this out?
You know what I'm kind of waiting to see for Game Pass PC? The Halo Master Chief Collection. I mean, I already own a physical copy for the Xbox One, but it would be nice to get like the Master Chief Collection on Game Pass PC, just so I can like play it at 60 FPS and like mouse and keyboard. I know it's coming to Steam, but I've got a feeling it's also going to be on Game Pass when they eventually get the PC port out. Oh, they announced that it's coming to Game Pass PC, that's cool. I hope it comes out soon then.
That kind of just reminds me of like trying to make like a cup of tea when you come home really late at night and then there's just things fall over.
And you're also wearing
There's
other
steam
gloves.
everywhere.
Yeah. We've got much more in store, including that first look at Gears 5 Horde mode. But first, Age of Empires fans, listen up. Because Age Definitive Edition coming to Game Pass isn't the only Age news we've got for you today.
No, to find out more, we're going to toss it over to our Wololo and Chief Charlie. Charlie, are you Wololo-loing over there, right?
Thank you, Julia, and a
Can't wait to see all the cringe compilations that people are going to come up with this inside Xbox footage.
The real-time strategy scene, and since then, it's become a worldwide fan favorite. Ever since the announcement of Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, the anticipation has been building faster than an Aztec civilization on Arabia. But if, like me, you can't wait to get your hands on the remastered Age 2 Definitive Edition, your wait is almost over. Because today, we're happy to announce that it's launching November 14th for PC and Xbox Game Pass for PC, and it's available to pre-order right now. But don't worry, for those who play Age 2 on Steam, never fear. Our friends over at Valve are offering a 25% discount to upgrade to the Definitive Edition. And if you need any more reason to get in on the remastered fun, Age 2 Definitive Edition will feature cross-platform and cross-play functionality across Steam and the Windows 10 store. Plus, did I mention, there's also a bonus campaign. It's called The Last Khans, and it includes 4
Oh god,
new
Gears Pop is going to be one of the
altogether,
upcoming games.
the game's remastered in 4K, all the expansions, and there's Steam crossplay. Did anyone else here order the cheesesteak jimmies? Did you order it?
I still can't believe Gears Pop is a thing.
We're having one Xbox Game Pass to PC and Steam. But
Oh, so I'm not really into RTS games, so I can't say much about Age of Empires.
Now it's time to toss over to Benny, who might just have the cutest Gears of War assignment ever. Benny, what's happening?
Charlie, I'm not gonna lie, it is the cutest thing in the world, but it's hard to tell, right, if you're talking about me, right, or, of course, a Funko Pop Marcus Phoenix, because luckily,
here we
you
go.
won't have to choose for long. As today, we're excited to announce that Gears Pop will be available starting August 22nd, which is amazing.
that's soon.
August 22nd, we're gonna get Gears Pop, right? This adorable free-to-play title will be available on iOS, Android.
This adorable free-to-play title that is no doubt going to be chocked full of fucking
all your
microtransactions.
devices with your Microsoft account. Some of us can finally realize our dream playing Gears Pop at the office, right? Which they finally won't be able to tell me off for, which would be brilliant. And fans of free stuff, right? Free stuff, right? Listen up, make sure you're logged into your Microsoft account and watching this fancy program on mixer.com/Xbox to receive a free in-game Gears Pop GamesCom promotional pack with an assortment of Gears Pop pins to help build and upgrade your squad of adorable and badass Gears Pops. Remember to pre-register today to have the game ready on your devices when it launches later this week. But to hold you over until then, check this out.
It's like Microsoft were aware of like how every franchise under the sun wants to get a Lego license game. And they're like, hey, can we have a Lego license game for Gears? And they were like the guys behind Lego were like, no, it's way too violent, fuck off, we don't want to put Gears in our Lego brands. Okay then, fine, we'll go to the next best thing. Yeah, Funko Pop, can you license Gears please so that we can make a game? Whatever, sure, go for it. Call that the cynic in me, but that's kind of what it seems like. Who asked for this? That trailer, like that cinematic trailer thing, was probably better than the actual game. I look more microtransactions. Oh yeah, didn't NBA add like fucking commercials into the last version of the game?
Who knows a thing or two about shooting in the paint? Please welcome the tallest guy in the room, although we can't verify because he's sitting down. It's Josh Hart of the New Orleans Pelicans! Hi.
Yeah, so this is the part where I'm going to be mentally tuning out for the most part because I don't give a shit about sports games. Whether it's 2K or EA, I really don't care.
Before we kind of get into that, we actually.
I'm sure some people do, and I don't want to take that away from you, but it's just not for me, sadly.
Would you like to really awkwardly for us to reveal it now? What do you think? What was it last year? Can you remember?
I have no idea.
Okay.
No idea.
Are you ready to hear what his overall rating is? All right, let's reveal it, please. Ba-boom! 76.
Nah.
Is that better than last year?
Everyone boo. Everyone
No,
boo.
everyone cheers. Better than last year. And that's
Okay.
the important thing. It must be kind of weird though to sort of have that every year.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. For me, I don't really care too much about it. But 2K, I would like for it to be a little bit higher. But
If you could just pass that on.
Yeah, I'll just pass it on to. But I played hurt last year, so that's gonna be my excuse for myself.
And you still did better, so?
Yeah, I got better. So it's all about improvements every year,
Exactly the point. You should see how footballers in the UK react with.
No, that's
okay.
a little different.
A little different. So, as a gamer yourself, like, what kind of games do you actually like playing? What did you play growing up?
Growing up, I was a big Madden guy. Madden and FIFA. Those are the two games that really got me into it. Then now, Fortnite. I love playing Fortnite.
Do you play with any of your teammates?
A little bit. I play with like Larry Nance Jr., who used to be with the Lakers and with the Cleveland Cavaliers now.
But now you need to sort of like, make your new friends and like get them in some Fortnite action.
Yeah, I got to get my new Pelican teammates into Fortnite. Lonzo apparently plays PUBG now, so I'm gonna have to get him to switch over.
Yeah. Okay.
Play some Fortnite. I'm a big Fortnite guy, so I'm gonna have to.
I still play Fortnite on a regular basis. Couldn't get into PUBG. I think PUBG's on Game Pass now, but I've never really played it that much.
But I think the thing that happened with me, I played Fortnite first.
Yeah.
So I think that what kind of got me. And then I think I was getting my butt kicked in PUBG when I
Oh, I
first
see.
started.
So that's why you.
So I was like, you know what? I gotta go back.
Duly noted. I do believe you've actually got something for us. You brought us a little treat, a little trailer, I believe.
Yeah, no. So I'm very excited to introduce the first trailer of the NBA 2K My Career Story. And that was exclusively produced by LeBron James and Spring Hill Entertainment. Has a bunch of Hollywood star power, so I'm very excited about that. Hope you guys are excited about that trailer as I am in that game as I am.
Oh yes, well thank you so much for joining us. And in the immortal words of sportscaster Warner Wolf, let's go to videotape, but don't press play because it's the past.
Time to check my emails, I guess. Sorry if I seem incredibly dismissive, this really isn't for me. But yeah, no, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the last... Nice face. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the last 2K NBA game have, like, forced commercials during loading screens? Like, wasn't that a thing? Where it's like, while the game's loading, you have to watch, like, a fucking commercial? In a full $60 game? It's like, what the fuck?
Better act like it. I believe I am, coach.
This is the newest Inside Xbox, yes. It's the GamesCom edition.
You are letting them win. Really, I just wanted to help out my teammate, man.
Tournament ends, suddenly everything gets real.
If you and I want to try and make it into the league, I can't have anyone else in your ear.
So you sure this agent knows what he has in you?
They did, right.
And you're so much more than basketball.
I remember hearing about that.
Tighten that elbow, kid. Whoa, what's up, Kimber? Are you ready to touch her?
As if the microtransactions wasn't enough monetization for them, it was like, oh here, let's just shoehorn commercials in to make a little bit of extra moolah. Make a little bit extra cash on the side. I mean, that's 2K for you. I could see Activision doing that as well for a future COD game.
That's the anxiety, alright? Use it.
Our success hinges on authenticity.
Boy, there we go. Looking just like yourself.
Really giving athletes a voice to become more than an athlete.
It took me a while to understand the opportunity that I was given.
If you want it bad enough, if you're willing to sacrifice, it will find you.
I have a private fridge stocked with kombucha in my trailer if you'd be interested.
Nah, I think we're good. Yeah, we'll just catch you later.
Okay.
Okay. Of course you have to advertise the gold edition and the legendary edition, which I think are like $100 and $160 respectively, something in that ballpark. And yet another form of monetizing the game even further beyond the $60 price tag.
Live the life of a true ghost stranded behind enemy lines in this latest installment in the Ghost Recon franchise. But of course, we wouldn't just leave it there. This is Inside Xbox after all. So today, we're excited to show you the first glimpse into Ghost War, the competitive multiplayer experience. Check this out.
When facing your own kind.
Oh god, it's this song. Rip VOD.
True warriors know when the smoke clears, they will be the last one standing. Target down! Go! Target spotted. Steady. But in the heat of the battle... Shit. I'll take care of it. It's only by working as a team that you can rise.
Looks alright.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's a battle royale game.
It's time to prove who the
Kind of.
best really is.
Well, it's not really a battle royale, but it's got the battle royale style storm thing in there. Dedicated servers. And I've never played a Ghost Recon game. Really should check those out.
PvP mode with intense tactical matches, an extensive shared progression system, and dedicated servers. Double plus bonus, a Battle Royale style circle encroaching on the battlefield. Find out when Ghost War launches on October the 4th with the full game. Plus, if you pre-order Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, you get access to the beta starting September the 5th. Now to the latest from Borderlands 3.
I'm sure there's a lot of people excited for this game, but holy shit has the PR been a disaster up until this point.
Joining me now. Okay, yeah, go on then. Come on. Yeah? Okay. Well, joining me now is managing producer for narrative at Gearbox, Randy Varnell. Welcome to Inside.
I mean, at least it's not... What the fuck is his name? I forgot. Randy Pitchford.
Enough of the pleasantries. I'm grilling you today, okay? We're going to get this real serious for a very, very serious game.
Very serious.
Yeah? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing I need to say is for people who have been not so patiently waiting for the new Borderlands series, what can we expect from the stories and where can new fans jump in?
Well, you know, it's been 7 years since Borderlands 2, and Borderlands 3 is a continuation of that story that started... Actually, this is the 10-year anniversary of the release of Borderlands 1. It came out in 2009. Aww. Yeah, so that's a big thing. So Borderlands 3 carries on that tradition. It's a continuation of the story. At the end of Borderlands 2, he left off with a map to the stars, the vault map, talking about new places that vaults will be scattered across the universe. So Borderlands 3, our players get to jump in the roles of new vault hunters and hunt down those vaults across multiple planets in the universe. So for the first time ever in the Borderlands universe, we're going to get off of Pandora and get to other places and hunt down those treasures hidden away in those secret alien vaults.
Okay, well, we'll come back to the planets later because you did mention Vault Hunters, and from my experience, that's always the first thing you do with Borderlands, right?
That's right.
So recently we saw Flak. Can you tell us more about the Beastmaster's abilities?
I'm so excited to talk about Flak.
I can tell. You're literally shaking.
I am. Flak has been the character that I've been playing the most recently as we kind of prepared the game and got it ready to ship. Flak is the Beastmaster. And what I'm really excited about that, players have played other characters like Gage in Borderlands 2, who had the Necromancer, who had Death Trap. A lot of people love that. Flak, we are happy to talk about, is a pure pet class. Flak has a choice between 3 different animals that Flak can call out. He's got a Jabber, which is kind of a monkey with a gun. There's a Spider Ant, and then a Skag that just rolls around
and it's been confirmed we can pet the Skag.
You can pet the Skag, and the Skag responds to that.
I think I'm dropping some frames right now on OBS. Okay, never mind.
That you want. And then, like we've done with a lot of the Vault Hunters in Borderlands 3, a lot of different ways to customize and make that character your own, right? So not only do you get to choose which pet, but Flak gets to choose on top of that which actions.
Just so people know my stance on Borderlands, I played Borderlands 2 a few years ago. Didn't really... It's not that I hate it, it's just it didn't really click with me for some reason, so I'm not really... This isn't one of the games I'm going to be getting this year, just because Borderlands 2 didn't do it for me for some reason.
And they run out and do damage, but Flak also has a stealth.
But I'm sure people who love those two games will probably love this one.
You want to hang back and kind of play there. Flak can kind of ghost out of existence and then let the pets do all the work.
And we're going to be using that against some bad guys, and what's Borderlands without some bad guys? And in this one, we've got the Calypso twins. So can you tell me exactly how big and very bad and scary are these guys?
Well, you know, in Borderlands 2, we had a great villain, Handsome Jack, who thought you, the player, were...
I mean, this game comes out in November anyway, and there's going to be like a billion other games I want to play in November, so either way, I don't think I'd be able to get around to this one that month.
Well, the Calypsos are
assuming I was even going to get this to begin with.
Have finally unified all the bandit clans on Pandora and have rebranded them the Children of the Vault.
Oh, yeah.
The COV. You'll see those signs everywhere. And the way they do that is the Calypso twins are streamers.
They're live streamers.
They're streamers.
I've never met one of those before.
No. And no one in mind when we made the Calypso twins.
I get to play as myself.
Cool. We asked with the Calypso twins, what would happen if our super awesome live streamers that have, tons of fans decided to militarize their fan base?
Use that
and
infamous influence.
That's right. Use that. So the Calypso twins kind of want the same thing you want. They want the vault. So from the very beginning of Borderlands 3, the Calypso twins are going to be in your face. They're going to be trying to stop you on that hunt to the vaults to get kind of off the planet to the other vaults. And you know, in great streamer fashion, they're going to be recording and putting those streams back in there, and they're going to ask you all to like, follow, and obey as you follow the cult of the God Queen Tyrene and her brother Troy as they hunt for the vaults in front of you. So really cool enemies. I think people are going to really enjoy them. But man, they are aggressive.
And now we're going to have to wrap in a second, but I did want to come back to the planets. In one word,
sure.
How big is this game?
This game is huge.
Huge.
It's definitely bigger than Borderlands. Borderlands 2. We haven't used exact numbers yet because we want to hold out some surprise.
In the past, you
for the
said
fans.
billions and jillions and billions.
Right, but we've already talked about you start on Pandora, which we've been before, and there's some good gameplay there. We've talked about Promethea, which is the big city planet, a big urban area with huge buildings, and there's a big corporate war going on between two of our big corporations, Maliwan and Atlas. And then we've also talked to E3 about Eden 6, a big swampy jungle planet. I call it Space Florida or Space Louisiana. You know, it's just full of jungles and dinosaurs and all sorts of stuff. And there might be even some more surprises around the corner, but I don't want to spoil everything.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good. These guys are going to get more information later. Let's stop at surprises. Anyway, thank you so much, Randy, for being here.
Yeah, be careful you don't say too much, otherwise 2K will send private investigators out to fucking intimidate you and delete your channel.
Yeah, Borderlands launches on Xbox One on September 13th. But from the game with all of the loot to a game that also has quite a lot of loot, it's time to talk about PUBG. But before we dive into it, let's check out another world premiere. This is PUBG Season 4.
I didn't even know Fortnite, sorry. I didn't know PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds had fucking seasons. That's how little bit of this game I care about, I guess. But yeah, doesn't Microsoft own the Bluehole Studios now? Like, didn't they buy them or something? Is it Bluehole or... I forgot what their name. I think it's Bluehole, those guys. See, looking at the action perspectives of the trailer, it looks good. But then you play the actual game on a vanilla Xbox and it looks like a PlayStation 2 game running at 30... Not even 30, sorry, I mean 10 frames per second.
I'd like to welcome PUBG back to the Inside Xbox stage. Joining us today, producer Kusung Yutjung and console community lead Ray Kim. Plus, joining us from ID Productions, senior director Chris Charla. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. Now, Kusung, we just saw the debut of the Season 4 trailer. What can Xbox fans expect this season?
Yeah, we've upgraded Erangel with a higher visual fidelity, including some major landmarks, such as Meta Power and the military bases. And also, everyone will be able to see what has happened to the Erangel with the trenches and the Camunet and the blast mark on the ground. And also, there is some secret place that you can find some clue what happened at there. Even with all these changes, it's still Erangel. We know that everyone loved the Erangel, so we try hard to keep its unique feeling.
Yeah, I personally cannot wait to explore the new areas again and find those secrets. This is going to be so cool to find. Ray, can you tell us about Survival Pass 4?
Yes, Season 4 also introduces Survival Pass 4 Aftermath, which allows players to unlock over 100 rewards. These rewards showcase the past and the future of Erangel.
Yeah.
We've also added the cooperative missions, which allows the community to work together towards goals and milestones. As you achieve these milestones together, you'll be able to unlock new rewards. And also, you'll be able to swap out missions more easily than previous passes. Yeah. And you can use BP to continue changing them if you're not up to certain tasks.
Also, I cannot wait to start getting those unlocks. Chris, Season 4 trailer, how awesome was that?
That's actually the first time I've ever seen the trailer. Like, I keep hearing about it, and now I finally got to... It looks fantastic, and like I'm really stoked about finding out more about what's going on, finding some secrets and learning some lore. Like, I'm stoked.
Yeah,
He looks like a
honestly just can't
bootleg
wait to
Danny
kind of get
DeVito.
digging in, because I was speaking to you earlier, and you're the person that's always hiding with a shotgun in the corner.
Yeah, I hide in the closet.
Just a bit of
Everyone
a
here
bootleg taller
Chris is the
Danny
person
DeVito,
kills you
that
when
guy.
You're so close to the
I
chicken
don't know if I'm
dinner.
the only one
It's a
seeing that in his
nightmare.
face.
But I know, Kisan, that's not all you've come to share about PUBG today. What else have you got?
Yes, it's one of the things that everyone wanted to have. It's cross-platform play for the console.
Cross-play for console for PUBG.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it allows Xbox players join the matches and competing with the PlayStation players. And it will make the matchmaking pool bigger globally and also offer more competition.
Yeah, Chris, like, how is this, like, having
That's
this come?
fantastic. I mean, when we first enabled cross-console play like several years ago, this is the exact kind of scenario we were envisioning. Just letting the whole global population play together on console with each other. Like, fantastic. Super excited to
It's
try
just
that.
exciting to see the community grow more and more and kind of have more players on PUBG. It's going to be really exciting. And Ray, it's been...
Actually, there's one more thing about the schedule. We are aiming to update cross-platform play on the public test server on the late September. And after a week of beta, we plan to update the live server in early October.
Late September, that's a cross-play is not that far away for us. It's really exciting. I cannot wait to get involved with it. And, right, PUBG has been now here for been on console for 2 years now. What else have you got to say to all the players?
Oh, we really appreciate the love and feedback all the PUBG community has given us since we've launched.
And on behalf of every people in the PUBG, and thank you for playing and supporting us and loving us. And see you at the very ground.
I'd just say, like, on behalf, I think, of everyone, just thank you for giving us such a great game to play. But thank you so much for joining us today. I personally cannot wait to drop into Season 4. But now, over to Leah with a game set in a quaint, post-apocalyptic winter wonderland.
Yeah, thank you, Benny. Thank you. Quaint. Maybe not quite the word I'd use for it. Now to the latest installment of a fan favorite, featuring challenging tactical combat. In Exile's Wasteland 3 brings you to the forefront of the post-nuclear world through squad-based epic, we'll just call them squabbles, shall we? With deep branching storylines and an open world, Wasteland 3 is truly the next frontier. We've got your first look at the new story, combat, and one heck of a ride. For more on the new title, take a gander at this here world premiere trailer.
Rangers, this is the Patriarch of Colorado speaking. Thank you for agreeing to help me. I believe this partnership will be beneficial to both of us.
You will bring my fractious children to heal, while I will ensure the continued existence of your organization. Just be warned. Your trip to Colorado will not be easy.
Spotless, are they white as the snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb?
Gangs and cults watch the passes and prey on the unwary.
Did they mention what this game was? I wasn't paying attention to what that woman was saying there, because I was checking something.
Here comes the paid train.
I feel like I should know what this game is, but I don't remember. Is it Wasteland 3? Or...
But reach us you must, Rangers. We have a war to win.
Yeah, it's Wasteland 3.
All
right, it's my favorite part of the show because
Oh, here we go, time to stroke some dicks.
brand new and never before seen Xbox controllers. What do you think?
In the form of controllers.
Here they are. Oh, where to start?
It wouldn't be an inside Xbox without them doing this kind of shit.
About the Night Ops Camo Special Edition controller, and by the way, what a cool name, Night Ops Camo, right? So this is a brand new take on our Camo controllers. It's less geometric, and more like organic camouflage. But the
Do you know what would be
twist here
funny
is this
if they
really
had one of
cool
those like
stealthy
shopping
black,
channel
grey, and
overlays
metallic
while
gold
they're
colouring.
talking about
Now,
this?
the gold in particular,
Because
like
it would be
metal
something
flake
you
effect,
would
so it
kind of
shifts in
see
the light, and it
while
seems
they're
to
showing
change
these
colour right
nice
from
camera
you.
angles of
Super,
this fucking
super cool.
controller.
You've also got a gorgeous gold metallic D-pad, and I personally love the texture.
Order now for $89.99. We're now reducing it to $79.99. There's only 50 left. Hurry, hurry, hurry!
Amongst you might have noticed my T-shirt here.
It's a one-time special offer.
Hey? So this is the official Xbox Gear Night Ops camo T-shirt. You can see it matches the camo there. Look at that. So you can finally accessorize your T-shirt to your controller, and this T-shirt will be available to purchase here at Gamescom or online in the US and Canada starting tomorrow. Right, next up, we've got a new star signing in the Sports Series squad. This is the Sport Blue Special Edition controller, and as you can see, it's rocking a blue color scheme with a geometric pattern on the top case, shiny metallic accents, and a slick metallic blue D-pad. But best of all for me, Sport Blue has rubberized grips on the back.
I mean,
in a
don't get me wrong, it does
contrasting
look
light blue.
nice,
I
but
love these grips. They
it
really
doesn't
help you feel
really
connected to
change
the
anything
controller.
about the game.
It feels amazing. And of course, both controllers feature Bluetooth capability for
Doesn't
gaming on
really change
Windows 10
anything about how
PCs
you
and
play the game
tablets,
with, so-
and 3.5mm stereo ports, so you can plug your headsets directly in. Now, if you want to get a closer look at both these beauties, we've got an unboxing video featuring Brenna from the Mixer team and myself, and that's going live on the Xbox YouTube channel right after this show. So what do you think, everybody? What do you think of new controllers? Slick, right? Yeah. We've got some controller fans in the audience tonight, and I love that, right? If you, like me, are obsessed with Xbox controllers, I love them, and I'm not ashamed to say it. We've created an amazing original video with the design leads from the Xbox hardware team taking us through the inspiration for every Xbox One controller ever made. Yup, literally every single one. There's so many cool and interesting stories and behind-the-scenes
Imagine
things
if
in here.
Nintendo in the middle of a direct went, look at these
Every
new
Xbox One
Joy-Cons!
controller ever
Yeah,
made
exactly.
is premiering exclusively on Xbox YouTube and Instagram TV on August 26th. Do not miss that. Now, from a couple of new controllers to a couple known throughout the gaming world for their visionary titles. Julia is about to catch up with Brenda Romero and John Romero in the Speakeasy, so let's raise a glass and take a trip back to Prohibition-era Chicago in Empire of Sin.
I know absolutely nothing about this game.
Ronnie O'Neal. He's been a thorn in my side.
I just remember Nintendo showing it during their E3 Direct,
Now he says
but
he wants
I don't
to
know
cut
what
a
this
deal.
is.
He doesn't know what's coming. But first, let's go back to the beginning. A week ago, I got into Chicago. And as soon as I did, I started handing out my calling card. It wasn't long before I was building an empire and making contacts. I had a few ups and downs along the way. Eddie and Marie fell in love and ran off. And sure, Tammy's the best shot in town. If she doesn't show up drunk, that is. And Jack? No one would mess with Jack. Old Ronnie didn't take too well to my way of doing business.
So wait, is that a board game?
Now he thinks he's got me pegged. He ain't got nothing.
Is that a strategy game? I don't know.
Making deals all around town, and I got just enough cops to look the other way. Those who work with me are afraid of nothing. I almost feel bad for the guy. He's just a step on my way to the top. But if it wasn't me taking him down, it'd be somebody else. Think you got what it takes? Come and get it.
I still have no idea what this game is about. It's like Monopoly meets XCOM meets 30s style gangster stuff, or like whatever decade that came from.
Developers have been making waves in the gaming world for years, making some of your favorite games. From Romero Games Limited, game director Brenda Romero and President John Romero, welcome to Inside Xbox. Thank you.
But yeah, John Romero's involved for this. That's kind of neat, I guess. I don't know what the last thing he worked on was, like for video games.
The idea for quite some time, and it was inspired by a local watering hole, is that right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, bars can be good for other things, like games, for instance. Among other
Where
things.
are you drinking?
So the bar, I grew up in a town in northern New York and in Ogdensburg, and there wasn't a lot happening, but this one place in town was called The Place, unbelievably. That's its name.
Meta.
Still is called The Place. Anyway, The Place was the oldest continuously operating bar in the U.S. Now, whether that's true or not,
Didn't
I
John
don't know.
Romero
I started asking
direct
my mom questions,
Daikatana?
like, why didn't the cops just shut it down?
Yeah.
The answers I got, she didn't want to give me answers that would be like, well, future game designer, here's how criminal empires are built. So instead, she didn't want to talk about the gray area, and she just sort of pushed me away. But it developed this fascination with criminal empires, and so Paradox was happy to turn that into a game. And I've always been fascinated with this time period. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, and you guys did like a whole bunch of research, and I think it's like half of the bosses are kind of about half are fictional and half are actually sort of real, based on real people.
Yeah, I think the majority certainly are real.
Yeah.
In fact, John's great grandmother's in the game. Was I supposed to say
Yeah.
that?
No, that's
I've
great.
said it.
Exclusive.
I've said it now. Yeah. So about half the bosses are real, and the other half are fictional characters that are sum up the era.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've done a ridiculous amount of research into it.
That's brilliant. I mean, John, so obviously we've seen a little bit about kind of what the game's like. What's the main sort of player experience like? Going into this game, what am I going to be doing? What are we going to be doing?
Well, it's a strategy game, so there's a lot going on in it. And you have to manage your 4 main resources.
Okay.
Which is your money, your alcohol,
Okay, I'm not
your
good at any of those.
RPCs, and the time that you have.
Okay.
And time's a ticking, and everybody wants to have the biggest empire. Of course, you start at the bottom at the beginning. But you do a lot of things in this game. You make a lot of crazy decisions, such as, you sell alcohol to, say, allies of yours. Well, you could sell some poison alcohol and kill a lot of other guys. You won't be allies after that.
I mean, no.
You can do a lot of really underhanded stuff in this game.
But yeah.
That sounds really fun. And one of these sort of interesting things I was reading about was about the kind of recruitable playable characters. So you've almost got, they were saying that they're quite, like, got randomized traits, and then as the game progresses, like, their traits can shift, so they could be a bit more reliable, maybe? Less drunk when they turn up or something?
Well, so you start out, the characters, let's say you and I are both playing a game, and we both start out with Tammy.
Okay.
By the end of the game, your Tammy is going to be different than my Tammy. So your Tammy, depending on how you play the game, and the other characters that you recruit to play with her as well, your Tammy can end up being a serial killer, mine could end up in love.
Wow.
So there's lots of different dynamic character things that build throughout the game that are a reflection of how you play.
That's really interesting. And one other thing I was thinking about was, obviously, kind of going to strategy games, sometimes people are sort of like, oh, I just want to kind of hop in for, maybe I don't want to commit sort of a full, stint at it. And you can actually sort of play kind of smaller games. How does that sort of work within the game?
Well, the way we've done it, you can, if you just say, like, this is it, I'm not doing anything for the next many months, you can have a game with all the bosses.
Yeah.
All, like, as much as Chicago as you can probably handle, so you can take the full game, or you can say, no, I just want to play a few bosses and have a quick game.
I do need to go to work at some point in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it looks really, really fascinating. What do you guys think? It looks really fun, huh? Yeah? So,
You didn't.
when can these
You
guys
just
get their
kind
hands
of got
on the
caught
game?
up with
That's
the
what we wanna know, right? When
Nindy
can they play it?
Directs. Yeah, I was quite happy with the Shadow Drops. Super Hot and
Spring 2020.
Hot Miami
Not too long
collection.
to
Those
wait.
are good
Oh,
Shadow
fantastic.
Drops.
Thank you so much, Brenda
Thank
and
you,
John, for joining us and for being here. Now, we've got so much more to come, including, I don't know, a smallish, I don't know, what's that game called? Gears 5? I don't know. There's a bit of a showcase of something about that later. I don't know. Never heard of it. Later in the show, obviously. But before we get there, a graduation celebration is in order, because from the makers of DayZ comes the next great shoot and loot survival game. And today, we're excited to announce it's out of Xbox Game Preview. Vigor 1.0 officially releases as free-to-play title today. And to celebrate the launch, they're giving away a custom in-game Xbox jacket. So simply click on the link below to get your hands on that. So basically, just get ready to shoot, loot, look amazing while you're doing it, and build your way to survival success. This is Vigor 1.0.
I've never heard of this game.
So fast. Our future was tainted by radioactive dust overnight. Norway has become the last stand, crossed by footprints of surviving Outlanders.
The thing that always annoys me with like streaming these events is whenever... See, I don't know if this trailer has like licensed music or whatever, but every like several... Oh look, wooden pallets! But no, yeah, and you know, some trailers have like licensed music in them, and it's like when the VOD is like ready, it's like, oh, by the way, several companies are going to put ads on your video just because of the music from this trailer, that trailer, and this trailer. That's like the thing that annoys me the most when it comes to doing coverage like E3 and stuff like that. Short. So I was thinking of a Vinny thing there. S-C-H-U-T, shoot. While this trailer is playing, I'm going to go onto the eShop to see how much these games are, the games that got shadow dropped today. So if you hear Switch sounds, don't mind me.
So much games. Now, to a guy who is nice enough to send us his on-camera interview requirements, so, you know, we thought we'd return the favour by basically reading that rider out on stage. And I'm not even kidding, this is a direct email that we stole off the Xbox servers. No joke, right. Dear Inside Xbox, I have a multi-dimensional preparation program which I find is key to setting me up for success. And with enough time, this shouldn't be a problem for the team. My request covers key things like organic snacks, specific climate-controlled room, positive color palette, ergonomic seating, performance socks. What's a performance sock? I sort of want it. And fair trade organic sustainable cold brew from the island of Mauritius. It's thoroughly unreasonable. I mean, I thought my rider was ridiculous, but it's more just to make me not look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. Oh well. Try must. So to catch up with this Xbox mainstay and to find out a bit more, I want to try some of this coffee. We're going to chuck it over to Charlie. Did he bring any? Have you got some?
I can't see any coffee, Julia. I can confirm. I think he might be in his performance socks. Thank you so much. I am here with a guy who is so Xbox, he does insist we call him Greenie. I'm going to ask you for another round of applause because it is, of course, the GM of Xbox Games Marketing. It's Aaron Greenberg.
It looks like Rich from Review Tech USA. Skip them up, butt up!
Right, I'm going to kick things off with a very topical question. It's GamesCom this week, or in Cologne. It's wonderful, but Xbox are really turning up this week. What can fans expect from the Open Doors experience and over at the booth?
Well, first I have to say, well played Inside Xbox crew. As you can see, we work hard here, but we try to have fun. And so you guys definitely got me back with that one. Listen, this is the year of Gears. This is the moment people have been waiting for. We know fans are really excited. Just was backstage with Ryan and Rod. They're going to be out here to world premiere Horde, and tons of innovation coming with Horde. This is the biggest Gears ever made. And shortly after this show, the opening of Gamescom, opening night live, the first game you will see is world premiere of Campaign. We have an awesome story asset featuring campaign gameplay as well as Kate's story. Rod will be there with Jeff Keighley. So this is a huge, huge day for Gears and Gears fans here with us here and of course around the world.
But there's tons more games
I
as well.
still need to play the Gears series. Like I can play all of them on the Xbox through Game Pass. So that's something I could always check out. Don't know if I'll stream those games. I think I'll just play them in my own time.
Nearly 400,000 fans come, not just from Germany, but all over Europe. So we have a huge booth. We have hundreds of games on display. It's great to see fans get first hands on Minecraft Dungeons. First time anyone's got hands on. Fans will be able to play that in our booth. We've got Bleeding Edge first time hands on. We also have a technical alpha. People want to sign up for that at home. The Rare teams here, people will be playing Battletoads for the first time. Really, really excited. Nice. Some Battletoad fans in the house.
Yeah, they said the Rare team is there, but it's just going to be like 3 people.
First look at Duo Sloops, and anyone that plays Sea of Thieves this week gets the Halo ship livery for free as a bonus as well. It is pretty good. But
People here around at home.
for me, my favorite part of Gamescom is all these people right here, the fans.
Just these.
So while we have a massive booth and we're welcoming those hundreds of thousands of people that come in, this experience here, this huge theater where we're doing this show, the rest of the week is an experience designed just for fans. So to get hands-on, we're gonna have tournaments, we're gonna have panels in a really intimate setting.
I'm back on Thursday doing a Mortal Kombat show, so like, just get involved.
Exactly. We've got a Mortal Kombat tournament. We got the Mountain coming. I mean,
yeah, we do.
I'm going to try to take that guy down. So, yeah, I mean, let's do it. So, I'll be here Thursday. We'll be streaming that on Mixer to people that want to watch.
There's still another hour of the show, by the way.
Celebrate with our fans.
So, yeah. When you think it's almost done, it's actually, there's still a bit more to go. Like I said, these Inside Xbox shows can be quite
as
lengthy.
much information as possible about that.
Yes.
Big
If
breath.
you thought what we were announcing and showing here at Gamescom was huge, just wait until you see XO19. What I love about this, it's a celebration of all things Xbox. It will be the biggest Inside Xbox show of the year. We have tons of stuff we're showing from our internal studios, from third-party partners, a lot of big surprises planned, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Inside Xbox on November 14th, we're doing a 3-day celebration in London at the Copper Box Arena.
In case you missed that, was November 14th, by the way, so get that on the calendar. Okay, holiday signed off.
And the best part is not only will we have this massive Inside Xbox, but I want to personally invite all of our fans from around the world to come to London and join us. We're going to have thousands of tickets available. They're only £19. We're giving all of the money and proceeds to charity. September 24th, the tickets go on sale. You can check it out at xbox.com/XO19. But November 14th, mark your calendars. It's going to be huge.
It is indeed going to be rather long. Yeah. Now, I've got one more thing about XO19 I want to ask you about. If the games and the date and the fact you're coming to London isn't enough, my piece of paper tells me there's going to be a couple special guests there as well.
Well,
are we flying anyone in?
Yes. Major Nelson will be there.
There we go. Yeah.
Our head of Xbox Game Studios, Matt Booty, will be there.
Indeed, he will. Yep.
Of course, I will be there, but
the best one! The best one! The best one!
And even the big man himself, Phil Spencer, will be in London for XO19. All of our creative teams will be there. Please join us.
I tell you what, I was going to test you on this. I've literally got a piece of paper of everything you had to say. You smashed it, Aaron.
All right, thank you.
You said absolutely everything, and I think that's pretty much. I think you need to go sit down.
I am.
It's quite intense in this room. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw it over to Benny for another world premiere.
Thanks, darling.
I think my internet is shitting itself right now.
Aaron, you need a place to stay during XO19.
Okay, hang on a
second.
second.
Have to share a room with like the Xbox On mascot Pedro the Fish, right? That's the deal. And also bring the scooter along. Right, I'm so jealous. We've just been whizzing around in Cologne on scooters. It's been great fun. Yeah. But speaking of diplomacy, the upcoming action RPG Greedfall has already.
Sorry, I missed your message there. Let me read it.
This epic open world adventure takes you through.
We really just want to see the games and gameplay. Yeah.
So nice locals. Now, for the first glimpse,
I swear it feels like the one thing most of these companies forget is that we really don't give a shit about all of this stuff. Yeah, I agree with that.
Let's take a look. It's awesome.
That is the problem with the Xbox. Inside Xbox, there is a lot of padding. Like, they could easily condense this down into like maybe 40-50 minutes of just like game
It is
announcements.
said our people lived peacefully.
Instead it's like a 2-hour show with like a
until
lot
the
of
men appeared
fluff
from
in
the
between.
sea, intent on making our lands their own.
In Greedfall, the world and your story are ever-changing based on the choices you make. You'll enter the island of Tyr Freddy, not to act as an assassin or soldier. First and foremost, you are a diplomat, with all the social powers and status that come with it. You're free to explore every faction's settlement and deal with the powers that govern each. To overcome the challenges ahead, you'll need to befriend members of every faction, some of whom will journey, fight, and talk alongside you.
Your Majesty, I shall present you to the Governor. Come.
Princess, Majesty, you are most confusing, but thank you for your help.
compose your party of 3 from anyone who's joined you so far. But choose carefully. Each companion brings something different to combat. Kurt, your loyal master of arms and mercenary of the Coin Guard Guild, makes for a great frontline warrior. Meanwhile, Afra, a talented scientist from the Bridge Alliance, specializes in ranged weaponry, such as rifles and throwable explosive files.
Why does this look like a
Regardless
Lost
of who you
Dishonored? It
choose,
kind of
be
does
sure to
look like a
regularly
bit like
switch out and
Dishonored, but
upgrade
the
your
art
companion's
style
equipment and weapons,
is not
or
as
you
memorable.
may find yourself overwhelmed in battle. During dialogues and diplomacy, your party members will chime in and
the
react
aesthetic of the
depending on
characters
your
looks very
choices and
generic
what's
compared
being
to
said.
Dishonored.
My son, it is clear this woman has no intention of helping us.
I ask you to forgive these foreigners. They do not know our customs.
For example, Siora is a Tier Fredi native, fiercely protective of her people's rights. Sides strongly with someone antagonistic to the natives while in her presence, and an angry interruption may force your hand into bloodshed.
Don't tell me that you are going to humor this crazed assassin.
Be sure to pay close attention to your party members' needs. Each has their own
And
story
I disconnected.
and unique
Excellent.
personal quests.
I knew that was going to happen at some
Ignoring
point
them for
today.
too long may even cause them to leave the party. Petrus is a missionary of Ptolemy with a remarkable way with words and an outwardly fatherly nature that masks deep-rooted ambitions. Vasco, a captain of the Seafaring Naughts, is one of the more secretive, closed members of your party. Spend time with the captain and complete his personal questline, and he'll inevitably open up.
Right, okay, I think I've
Develop
reconnected
close
again. I am
friendships with
going
all of your
to
companions, and
set
some
my
may
phone
even lead
to
to
flight mode
romance.
because I don't
Never
want the
forget,
4G signal on this to
relationships in
interfere with my
freefall
4G
can
router.
Be as uncertain as the seas
That might
ravage
somewhat
Tier
mitigate
Fredi
that issue.
shores.
Constantine, I'm here. Pull
Yeah, let me know if this is
yourself
back now. I
together.
think it is.
Nothing said or unsaid can be taken for granted. Ultimately, the choices you make will shape the future of the island.
Gotta test the chat again.
And the lives of all upon it.
You are too blind, too renaixed to understand.
Welcome back, everyone. I am up here at the bar with my boys.
The game looks alright, I guess.
GamesCom is my favorite part of the summer. And listen, summer is the best time to get on some gaming goodness. And with the Xbox Summer Spotlight sale, it's never been easier to discover your next favorite game. Right now, through September the 10th, get your hands on more than 60 new titles across the Xbox One family at great prices. Plus, for a limited time, you can earn up to 4,000 Microsoft Reward points when you spend $40 on Summer Spotlight titles. Bargain hunt! And with games like No Man's Sky, Overcooked 2, and Vigor on Spotlight, earning those points will be a cool summer breeze. There'll be new games added every week, so make sure to check the Microsoft Store every Tuesday and follow Xbox on Twitter so we can keep you up to date until after the boys of summer have gone. Nice little Don Henley reference there for the oldies amongst us. He got it. All right, coming up, we've got Bungie back on the Xbox stage for the first time in years with Destiny 2. Yeah? Plus, we'll show you the latest from Metro Exodus with the 2 Kernels DLC and a weapon that is truly en fuego. But first, it's time for another world premiere trailer. Fans of The Surge, get ready, because the sequel has a bigger world, tougher enemies, and the most customizable exo rig ever. Let's take a look.
Yeah, so isn't The Surge that game
Welcome
that's
to
kind of
The
like
Surge 2.
Dark Souls, but like in the future?
Set in the ruins of a futuristic city, you must escape a merciless world filled with mysterious military forces, a rampaging cult, and nanomachine monstrosities. You are the survivor of Flight 221, with no choice but to find a way past Jericho City's war-torn walls. Explore the city's intricate and desolate pathways to discover hidden paths and shortcuts. Create your character and survive thanks to your Exo Rig, a powerful mobile machine that gives you increased strength, speed, and endurance. To get new gear, you'll need to take them from your foes.
So yeah, it's
Using
kind of
the
a
limb
Souls-like,
targeting
I think,
system,
The
you can aim
Surge.
for specific body parts. Target a weapon or piece you're interested in, damage it, and then use a brutal execution to slice it off. Like
Okay, that
every
looks kinda
machine,
cool.
the exosuit can be tuned, adjusted,
I'm
and
always a
upgraded
fan
to
of
your
video
liking.
game dismemberments.
Opt for speed and agility.
Probably because I enjoy
or
games like
focus on
Mortal
taking
Kombat.
powerful blows to convert them into energy. Your exo-rig is centered around your core power, which dictates how much gear you can attach to your suit. Each piece of armor and every implant comes at a cost, so choose wisely. Most pieces of armor you find have both partial and full set bonuses, allowing you to either specialize or hybridize the way you want to fight. To further customize your exosuit, you also have access to implants and injectables. These provide passive and active bonuses to your character, ranging from effects like predicting parry direction to slowing down time.
See, I could
The
never
Surge
get
2
into Dark
features
Souls,
80
but
weapons
this
across
might
9
possibly...
types, such as the dual-bladed twin rig.
I don't know, this
and the
might
brand
be
new
something I could get
transforming
into.
double duty. These weapons
Because of
range
the
from
emphasis on
military
character
security batons to
customization and
jury-rigged
like
homemade spears.
making
Each
improvements
weapon
to
has
your
unique
augments and
attack
stuff.
speeds, ranges, and damage types.
Anything that like
No
lets
warrior
you
can get
change
by
your
with attacks
gameplay,
alone.
like your
You have a
playstyle might
variety of
be
defensive
something I
tools
could
at
be
your
interested in.
disposal, each with their own advantages and uses. Dodging is for those who believe prevention is better than cure, and for those who enjoy a more aggressive defense. For more advanced players, you can use either the duck or the short hop to evade high or low attacks. These are followed up by a counterattack, which staggers enemies and opens them up to a powerful punishing blow. Blocking can be used to gain energy, which is the resource used for injectables and finishing moves. A block can be defended if you have enough stamina to withstand the attack. You can take this even further by using the directional parry, which rewards a lot more energy and leaves even the tallest enemies out of balance. Dodging, blocking, and parrying can be used to cancel animations and to extend combos, granting you a wealth of attack possibilities that are up to you to discover. Following you is your faithful combat drone, which can be fitted with several different modules, including EMP grenades, Gatling cannons, powerful charged lasers, industrial magnets, and sniper rifles. These can be used between your attacks for devastating combos, as well as openers and finishers to your fights. The drones can also be used to interact with other players in asynchronous multiplayer by tagging areas with graffiti or placing a special banner in the world that rewards you if few players find it. Revenge enemies also appear, powerful foes who have been upgraded by slaying another player. As you get further into the Surge 2, you will discover new implants, new upgrades, new weapons, and new ways to explore, and each of them will be needed to rise above the ruins of Jericho City. The enemies you face will be both man and machine, each bringing a new and deadly challenge. These are the tools at your disposal and will be the means for you to overcome every threat. Survive the Surge 2 on September 24 on Xbox One.
I'm gonna have to keep my eye out on this one because that actually does look interesting. Again, couldn't really get into Dark Souls even though I tried, but that might just be different enough to interest me. I'll wait for reviews on that one. Okay, so time for some Destiny 2. Isn't this going to free to play next month?
It's been a while since we've had Bungie on the Xbox stage, so I was pleased as punch to be joined today by Game Director Ben Womack and Community Manager Deej. Let's welcome them to the stage!
Deej Bruce.
Wow. So very
Deej.
excited that you're here
I'm
and
excited
with
too.
us. And I believe today you're going to be talking a little bit about kind of the finisher moves and how these takedowns are going to be affecting the combat of the game, because it looks very exciting.
Oh, I'm the most excited about.
I don't know. Have you met Leah?
I'm almost
We
vibrating
have.
with excitement.
I don't know. You've got some competition there.
Please tell us absolutely everything in excruciating detail. I don't
Yes.
think anyone will mind.
All right, everyone sit down. We're going to half an hour. No. We'll start with finishers are very simply another element of the combat, another tool that you'll be able to take into Destiny combat that lets you finish off an enemy with a flourish when they're at low health. So you're going to see them get this kind of glow and a dot pair of their head, and you're going to rush in by hitting the finisher button, and you're just going to eliminate them right
Look
away.
at the style.
It's awesome.
That
It
is
feels super
amazing.
great, very satisfying.
Yeah, and so I see there's one for, there's one for a hunter, one for a warlock, one for a titan. Is there one for every subclass as well within that?
There's different class-oriented finishers, and everyone, when Destiny 2 Shadowkeep launches, will get all 3 of those finishers.
Ooh, very exciting. And what I'm noticing here is while we're playing, obviously we're cutting through a lot of footage here, but it doesn't seem like there's any cooldown between finishers either. You can kind of just, can you rampage through and just finish?
Oh yeah, you can rampage.
Okay.
However, there are more things you can do with finishers aside from just eliminating the enemy.
Yes.
With Armor 2.0, we're taking a lot of customization and RPG elements and inserting them into the action game.
Okay.
So once you start digging that system, more things become possible with finishers. All of a sudden, you can say, hey, I'm going to take my artifact, I'm going to earn one of these mods at the end.
Yeah.
It's a collectible now, it's not a consumable. And that one right there, probably my favorite one, if you finish an enemy with that mod equipped, you will spawn a heavy ammo brick for your entire fire team.
Wow, that's incredible.
But it will cost half of your super.
Oh, okay, that's a heavy cost as well.
You don't get everything for free in life. There's always a catch.
And imagine doing that in the raid, though, and you're like, oh.
See, I haven't
see, this
really...
is the thing. Now we don't have heavy ammo since.
I haven't really played Destiny 2, even though I do have a copy of it because they were giving it away for free
that sounds like a really good way
on
to, if you want to
the
spice up the gameplay
PlayStation
a bit,
Network
you can
like
add
a few
combat
months
mod
ago.
instead.
So I
Maybe
do have the
sacrifice more
game,
utility,
just not played it yet.
Maybe be less selfish.
But it seems like it's better now than it was when it first came out.
Oh, okay, go on, go on.
There's ones that will recharge your health. There's the exotic, the Assassin's Cowl that'll make you go invisible.
But
So
it
a
is
lot
going
of
free to
styles
play
open up when you start looking to finish
soon
your mods and
anyway,
getting
so
around.
And it just seemed like the whole system
even if I
is
didn't
really
have a
just
free
geared
copy
towards
of the game,
personalization
it
of
doesn't
your
matter
character.
anyway
We're
because it
opening
will
up
be
a
going
whole new world
FTP,
of options that let you build the perfect
F2P.
monster killing machine. As
Almost
we've been
said
saying in the
FT2.
studio.
Delicious.
So if you have a Guardian, or if you have yet to create a Guardian, you can create a hero for this game that is really a reflection of who you are. It fights the way you want to fight. It looks the way you want to look. We even just took a look at some of the different options that we have in the game for selecting your difficulty so that you can go in and you can play Destiny exactly the way you want to play it. You can earn extra rewards for taking bigger risk. If you stand toe-to-toe with your enemies and you use a finishing move, you can, what were some of the things we were talking about before? You can
charge your health, you can go invisible, you can spawn ammunition for you and your team, more beyond that.
And that doesn't come without risk, does it? Are you invulnerable when you do these
You
finishing
are
moves?
not.
You are not invulnerable.
I
When you've got that one guy on your fire team who just can't help himself and has to do a finishing move, and then he dies, and you're just, thanks for ruining my flawless run.
Well, it's exciting. You see that
Kind of miss the days when Bungie would make a Halo game.
That guy, I can get that, that rocket, I need it. And so you rush across, and
Can
it's
you
a
do it
risk
on
reward.
the really big bosses?
You can't do it on the really big bosses.
Okay. Oh. I'll accept
You can do it on everything below.
But speaking of personalization, you're also here to talk about what players can do to turn that personal challenge up to 11. Deej, can you tell us the secret to creating the elitist of elite guardians?
I think it's really about making sure that it fits the way you like to fight.
Yeah.
So if you're the type of player that likes to get up close and personal with the punching, if you got that Titan sensibility about yourself, exactly. Finishing moves are going to be exactly the thing that you're going to want to do. If you like to hang back, if you're the sniper, if you're not really into the risk-reward thing, the nice thing is that some of these benefits are shareable across the team.
Nice.
So somebody who rushes in and does a finishing move could drop heavy ammo on the floor to share with their friends. So that Destiny's all about teamwork. It's all about playing with the other people that are on your fire team, getting
Yeah, that's the only thing that's like holding me back from playing a game like that, because it's a very MMO style game, and it's also like a very live service focused game.
But what do you guys think? Does that
And it's the kind of game that demands hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of your time to get the most out of it. I mean, I don't know if I want to commit to something like that right now. It's the same for games like Warframe. Like, I've heard Warframe is amazing, but again, that requires dozens upon dozens of like hours to get the most out of
Play
it.
the game on October 1st.
Okay.
And it's really a question of, do I want to invest that much time into a game like that?
Not so far.
Especially if I'm not going to stream it.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
When I want to
for being
focus
here.
on streaming a bunch of other games that are coming out soon.
Now over to Benny with the latest from Metro Exodus.
But yeah, I don't doubt that it's a good game. It's just a big commitment for me personally for something like that.
Exodus fans, listen up, because this next announcement is lit. The newest expansion is
God.
nearly here, and it brings with it a new story, classic Metro
Well, you heard it here
gameplay,
first,
and a
it's lit,
weapon
fam.
that is literally fire. In the Two Colonels expansion, we follow Colonel Klebnikov during the last days of life in Novosibirsk. Novosibirsk. I've been trying to say that all day. Right, and everyone is now laughing at me. I got the first one. All right, but a story that helps guide Colonel Miller's mission to discover the reason for the extinction a year later. And the weapon of choice, well, a flamethrower, of course. If you're new to the franchise or want to relive the Metro saga, including Metro 2033, Metro Last Light, and Metro Exodus, they're all available right now on Xbox Game Pass. Now, let's see that flamethrower in action. It's time for another world premiere. Roll it.
That's another game series that I haven't gotten into yet, the Metro series.
Quite a few survivors here.
I've heard they're all very
Until they killed each
solid
other
first-person shooters.
Looks like that lie in Moscow did work after all. So your father's on a mission? When is he coming back?
I don't know.
Colonel Klebnikov, report your situation. Over.
In the hands of our enemies.
See, here's something that annoys me about the Xbox thing in particular. Like, when they show gameplay trailer, they're more than likely showing the PC version of the game, which runs at 60 frames per second and looks nicer. But then you play it on the Xbox and it's like 20, 30 frames per second and it looks half as good as what they're showing on the trailer. I mean, technically it's not misleading. Microsoft like owns Windows and stuff, so they have every right to show the PC version if they want, but this is an Xbox-focused showing. So it just seems a bit disingenuous that they're like showing the PC version for something that's not really for PC first. But whatever. I mean, I know it was designed as a PC game from the ground up, but that's not the point.
We both served the great lie because we both made ourselves believe it was necessary. But now, I can finally look truth in the eye.
But yeah, that's just like a minor gripe when it comes to that kind of thing for me. Like, they showed PUBG earlier and graphically it looked pretty decent, but then you play the Xbox game and it looks nothing like that.
DLC is out tomorrow. That is amazing news for Metro Exodus fans, eh?
I completely agree, but now, if games have the power to bring people together, then this next title is the glue to a family of fans. Unlike any other.
That's right. Gears of War is a solid gold Xbox classic and has one of the strongest, most passionate and most supportive communities anywhere.
Is that a new controller
So let's take
that
a
they're
look
going to be showing?
at how Gears has gone beyond the game and built unbreakable bonds of family all over the world.
I think we can find you answers there.
Who's in the shade?
Where are we going?
Back to where it all began.
Many believe that Gears of War has what it takes to be one of the most successful video game franchises of
Again,
all
this is
time.
one of those game series that I've never actually gotten around to, but I am interested in it.
like Dom and Marcus did.
Playing Gears of War has changed me because it brought me into a world of.
It is pretty cool that you can get all the Gears game through
People that are
Xbox
playing
Game
these
Pass.
games now
Like, you can get
grew
1,
up
2,
playing
3, and
these
4.
games,
There's
and
like a
they've
side game.
seen Marcus and
And I
Baird
guess Gears
and
5 will be
Dom
added to
go
Game Pass
through
when
all
that
the trials
comes
and
out.
tribulations that they have, and now there's this new generation, and the fans get to grow with the characters.
We're basically minutes away before going on stage in front of millions of people and introduce the world to Gears 5.
I don't think people really give Gears its due for the influence it's had on modern video games.
Woo! Yeah! Shit, yeah! Woo!
It felt like you were playing a game, but you were also watching a movie.
Gears fan base is like the most passionate fan base I've ever been exposed to.
They're so warm and welcoming, and they love this game and they're passionate about it. When you meet them in person, it's almost as if everybody knew each other to begin with.
Whether you're in it for the
I know this is
story
like
or
a
the
very
characters or the
schlocky
camaraderie, it's just
kind
constantly
of like
giving fans something to
inspiration
care about.
style trailer, but it is kind of refreshing to see them saying that the gamers are passionate and welcoming, as opposed to the culture today of like, oh, look at all these male toxic gamers out there.
There's nothing else like
Look at the toxicity.
And the amazing team at the Coalition is
Look at the
working hard to bring you
entitlements.
our most ambitious Gears Award title yet, Gears 5.
I mean, I'm sure Polygon will take this trailer and spin it into some sort of toxicity story on their website. They always do it with everything.
Legitimate chills. Trying not to tear up. up. Trying not to tear up.
Gears
But
community is so special.
oh, I mean, I think we got a fair punch of them here, to be honest.
Right.
And now it's come to the time of the show that you have all been waiting for. A first look at Gears 5 Horde mode.
Yes, I am absolutely buzzing for this. Here now is the world premiere trailer for Gears 5 Horde mode.
And here we go, some Gears 5 footage. Oh god, no VOD mute, please. Alright, I'm gonna mute that sporadically. I've got a feeling this is gonna cause a VOD mute if I don't. I mean, you're not missing much, like, they're not speaking, so...
Come out, wherever you are!
Except for random quips like that.
When you see the white in my eyes, better run.
Nope. So, yeah, just some Gears Horde mode gameplay. And it looks alright, I guess. Can't really think of much to say during this dead air. But yeah, as someone who's not played Gears yet, I can't really add much to this, but it looks good. Apparently the beta ran pretty great on the PC as well.
Let's go.
Sorry for the random muting, you know, just YouTube being YouTube. I'm betting they're gonna like block this video in at least 5 countries if I don't do this. Right, there you go.
Play 4 days early with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
So I'm pretty sure that happened during E3 as well, where it was like a song that was quite obviously going to get content claimed or blocked in like multiple countries, so I didn't want to risk that.
I might just keep clapping. I don't think I'm never going to stop clapping.
Just how we like
Should I just clap through the next segment? Well, in that we saw gameplay, ultimates, and sorry, Graham, but one very badass-looking drone.
Yeah, I haven't played God of War either. That's another game series need to get into. I think I have all the games, just not played them. Well, I don't have the newest one, but I've got all the older ones. I like how there's just an Xbox controller randomly sitting there on the desk.
Today I'll be talking with studio head Rod Ferguson
I think I'm
and
disconnected again. God damn it.
Ryan Cleveland
Internet,
about the upcoming
please.
Gears 5 Horde mode. Just being here at the studio, you can really feel the excitement and the passion that went into this game and this mode. So let's go check it out.
We always talk about co-op as cake and not icing, that co-op is central to what it is to be Gears. And so I feel like Horde is sort of a really large expression of that with 5-player co-op.
Everything started with Gears 2 Horde. It was lightning in a bottle. It was, you know, what people look back on as the defining defensive game mode through all of games. It was
Sorry, my internet's being shit right now.
You were going to be doing this as an endurance run, as a 3-hour epic experience, and a mode like without any cutscenes, without any, you know, character development, without any story, had to hold people's attention for 3 hours. And with Gears 5, what we feel that we've done really is almost the complete realization of what Gears 2 set out to be.
The big thing for us now is this idea of ultimates. There's basically characters used to be just defined by the weapons they carried, and you were all the same. You just looked kind of different, and you know, because you all could carry the same weapons. But now every character has its own ultimate ability, its own special ability it can bring to the game that changes how you play.
You could look over and see Kate trying to gather power, and you know that she has an ability to turn herself invisible, so you don't need to worry if she gets in a tough fight.
There's also a really big thing called taps now, which are these energy geysers that show up around the map. Because generally, once you find in Horde, you would like lock in on a particular place and you would defend from that place for the entire 50 waves. Now, in order to get as much power as possible, to get as strong as possible, you actually have to like move and expand your base to go and capture those energy taps. And every 10 waves, once you beat that boss, a new energy tap appears and you have to go and capture it. So it's really changed the dynamic where now it's much more aggressive than it was in the past.
For the first time, your character will start with all the cards that they've already equipped, but they will then increase the power of those cards and increase the power of their core abilities over the course of the game. And that progression is then reset, and you can do it again the next game. And this means that every game feels fresh. If you can try a different combination of perks that work with your cards in a specific way.
Seeing people make a certain build, like here's a Kate build, I use these cards with these perks, and here's a Dell build, and I think it will be really
Call
exciting
it the
to see
cynic
them
in me,
mix
but
and
whenever
match
I
and
see
these
a
different
game
playstyles come together
with a multiplayer focus, like when I say a multiplayer component where you've got cards for like powers,
is that whenever you pick up power,
I'm thinking there's going to be like some sort of microtransaction thing
that power
involved,
gets equally distributed
or like
amongst everyone.
pay to win
and that
element.
means that if you see some power on the ground, everyone will want you to pick it up.
Disconnected again, goods.
And then we've added stuff to give more information to the players, and things like health bars over bosses and mini bosses, and so there's little feedback mechanisms, and it allows you to play differently, because now I can see that the mini boss is on very little health, so I can go like, I'm gonna get aggressive because I know I can do it, or I can see, oh, they still have a lot, so I'm gonna hold back.
To take characters and push them even further, we've added Jackbot as a playable character inside Horde. It's one of the most pivotal roles on the battlefield. Jack can fly anywhere on the map. He moves really quickly, faster than anybody else. He can heal people, repair things. Really, he's the jack of all trades.
Yeah, sorry guys, my internet is being extremely finicky right now. I don't know why I'm looking at my router. It's saying 3 bars at 3 bars, like signal-wise, so I don't know what's going on.
Compositions that will be beneficial to certain kinds of players.
It's disconnecting again, or it's like dropping a lot of frames. Sorry guys, can't do much about this.
Explore this space and show us what the best combination of
Right, you're not missing much. I don't think, unless you're really into Gears of War 5, you're not missing too much.
So that idea of finding 5 people who know
also, this segment is dragging on, so if my frames start tanking again, I'm just going to restart the router and hopefully it'll be fine.
With each other, there's nothing more special than having that alignment and succeeding.
I've been streaming for 3.5 hours now, and I had no issues until now.
Point of view, the most intense, engaging, action-oriented.
That's the problem with streaming with a 4G router. It doesn't always stay consistent. Most of the time it's fine, but then you get moments like this where your signal just tanks.
As a team, and you can be successful
I set my phone to airplane mode so as to not disturb the 4G signal coming from the router, but you know, that can only do so much.
And that's true for Horde as well.
It's been so exciting to be here today. As a Gears fan since Gears 1, I cannot wait to get my hands on the new Horde mode and all the new features. If you are a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you can get Gears 5 on September 6th. For everyone else, the game will be available on September 10th.
That was an incredible first wave to showcase Gears 5 Horde mode. Now, can I get a huge round of applause?
Just going to quickly test Twitch side. Right, Twitch side is working. Good.
Here on Inside Xbox.
Thank you so much for being here, guys. It is a pleasure.
I've got to ask, first of all, right, those ultimates are, like, can you tell us a little bit more about those? Because they look amazing.
Yeah, the ultimates, each one of them is unique to the character. They're really something that we see, like, both defines them as well as creates a really great relationship with the team. We've got Kate going invisible. We've got JD that can call in like a giant artillery strike. We've got Dell who can summon trackers to help him out. Each one of them, you're going to have to find the character that works for you and works best for the team.
And they're per character, so it's not on a per role thing. So even if you have multiple engineers, each different character will have their own ultimate, so you can still mix and match.
That's going to be really cool. I think that's one of the great things I'm excited about is all those different play styles that you can find to kind of suit your personal play style.
Yeah, that's one of the things that like we were talking about. Like this is probably the deepest Horde we've ever done, even though it's still super accessible. But the deepness allows you to go in and set your skills. What character you want will give you your ultimate, but also that when you're collecting that power,
okay, my
you're not
connection
just
is
feeding
still
the
being
engineer.
shitty,
Like in Gears 4,
so
you're basically collecting power to get the engineer to build.
No, like you
now
guys
you have
can hear
perks
this anyway,
which you can go in and say,
so
oh, I want to do more damage. I want to do more headshots. I want more ammo. I want more health. So as you're playing, you have this in-game progression that you can change who you are in the moment. And so you have out-of-game progression in the cards, and you have in-game progression in the perks.
It sounds like you can go like mad with theory crafting with that. Just like, all right, if I get this combination, these 4 teammates, and
Yeah, it'd be cool. But talking about accessibility, one of the things you talked to us about in Vancouver is all the different difficulty settings players are going to have access to. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, one of the big things for us is realizing that Gears was going to be day and date in Game Pass and Ultimate Game Pass was that that we realized we're going to have a bunch of people maybe who've never played the game before.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to create a lot more accessibility to the game. And whether that's accessibility features in terms of how you control, we have things like single stick control, ability to turn off camera shake, and all those sorts of things. But even also from the point of Jack was created from a perspective of being accessible, because maybe some people maybe who aren't as good at Gears. But the idea of like going into cover and pixel hunting, shooting, and all those sorts of things, like Jack doesn't have that. Jack floats above cover. Jack does area of effects attacks. So if you have somebody who's just new to the game, they can come in as a support bot and they can help you. They can heal you. They can keep you like buffed up. They can go and repair stuff. They can pick up weapons for you. So they don't have to be like wall bouncing, shotgunning. They can actually just be part of your team.
And we really wanted to make them like a really critical part of the team. It wasn't just about having like a support class that sort of stands at the back and does nothing. Jack is super critical. We really wanted to envision him as your best buddy, as like your best friend. Like each of the other classes, I want Jack. I want Jack. I want Jack to follow me. And that was something that now there's so much demand for Jack. When you're playing him, you just constantly feed like you're feeding all these little birds.
And he has a crazy ultimate. Like he has this we call it hijack. Yeah. Because we're big about puns in Vancouver. And so hijack is basically shoots a dart into an enemy and then takes control. So it possesses that enemy. So if you have something coming at you like a Scion with a boom shot, you can take it over and now Jack player becomes a Scion with a boom shot and can help destroy the enemy with that.
That's so cool. Everyone's just going to want to be Jack's best friend. It's like, trust me, I'll take you out for dinner. Don't worry about it. Just follow me around in Gears. Exactly. We'll be good.
Doesn't sound like quite enough glory for Benny, unfortunately, though. With that in mind, what sort of sets Horde mode in Gears 5 apart from the previous iterations? You obviously told us a lot already, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's probably there's really a bunch of big differences. One is the ultimates. The other is this power tap that Ryan and the team came up with, which is probably you better explain.
So like we've added the power taps, which you saw in the video, which really add an element of territory control. We wanted to make Gears 5 not only the deepest, but also provide other ways to be successful by not just building fortifications. So the power taps appear every like 10 waves after you kill a boss. And that means that you have to really understand whether you want to move your base or just let it go. They're optional. However, they do provide a ton of power to power up your perks, to buy fortifications with. So if you decide to leave them alone, it's at your own peril. However, if you're ambitious and your team knows what they're doing, they can slowly expand their base to control more territory for more rewards.
Yeah.
Lots of options. Well, now from software to hardware.
Right. Okay, I'm back.
At any rate, let's take a closer look at something Gears fans everywhere are sure to salivate over. It's the limited edition Gears 5 Xbox One X. We recently caught up with some of the minds behind the design. Take a look.
I always want Gears to stand unique in the way that it pushes on innovation.
Yeah, sorry about that. My internet was being really wonky there, so
like, okay, what are we doing with this?
I decided to restart the router. Hopefully that fixes it.
When we were designing the console,
much
we
more of this
imagined
anyway, like another
that
30
Kate
minutes,
was
I
walking
think.
across a frozen lake, like the one that you see in the E3 trailer, and something in the ice catches her eye, and she leans over and clears a patch of snow, and she sees a reflection of the Omen looking back at her. In reality, there are electronics in this console. There's no way we can put, an Omen 2 inches inside of it. So we had to create an optical illusion that would make it look like there was an Omen trapped underneath the ice. We were able to express the idea by laser etching these ice cracks.
Okay, that's pretty
around
cool
the
looking,
Omen.
actually.
We've never laser etched that much before. I mean, the laser etching is all over the console. The ice is cracking all over the console. Theming the controller after Kate Diaz was really a natural because she's like the
I'll see you
main
later, MSP. Thanks for
character
watching.
in the game, and she is exploring this Arctic environment. She wears an Arctic armor, which
she wears
new
an
in the
Arctic,
game, which was exciting to us.
That's what I
Whatever
heard.
we were going to work with in terms of accessories and hardware.
I guess you mean Arctic.
Family with what the console is going to look like.
But to me, it just sounds like she said Arctic.
On some amazing 5 terabyte and 2 terabyte drives that look basically like mini versions of the console. It was going to look perfect right next to it. And we worked with Razer on like keyboard and mouse. It's one of the first, I think, wireless keyboard and mouse for the console, and then get a whole family of products that all fit together.
So working with Rod is an awesome experience every time. He understands how to point out the meaningful moments that we can really pick up on as industrial designers and bring into the physical world. We always walk away from these design collaborations with him feeling like this product is so authentic. Like it couldn't be any more authentic because it's so closely tied to all of our conversations with him.
I mean, it's funny how they always show like new Xbox models or SKUs, but
with Rod and
I do
Ryan,
admit
but
that looks
how
pretty cool.
amazing does that console look? I want it so much.
Massive congrats to the team designing that, because that is incredible. And the hard drive.
But it looks so cute right next to it. But that's not all we've got to talk about today. You've also got some news with our friends over at Valve. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
So the first time we're coming to Steam, and today you can start pre-ordering today for Gears 5 on Steam, and there'll be crossplay. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Crossplay. Love it.
It's good to see Microsoft is embracing Steam now.
That's not the only partnership news for Gears today, Rod. Rod, please.
Yeah.
Tell us what Gears plans to do with Halo.
We talked about the Ultimate Edition. We talked about being Ultimate Game Pass. We really didn't really talk about what you get for doing that. So we're really happy to announce that we're actually putting in 2 characters from Halo Reach. Are going to be coming to Gears of War. So we have Kat and Emil. And so they're going to be coming, and they have their own roles. They'll be playable in Horde and Escape and Versus, and you're going to have their own ultimates. You want to talk about the 2 ultimates?
Yeah, so we really tried to be very authentic to Halo while still making it kind of integrate into the Gears world. So we've got the drop shield on Emil, and that we looked at Reach, and we wanted to make something that Halo fans would really recognize as true drop shield. And then we've got the hologram on Kat, and it's she's the subterfuge expert, and so she's going to distract the enemy while everybody else goes and does something else.
And it's the same actors. So we went out and we got the original cast, and so after a decade, we brought them back into the booth and we re-recorded.
It's the small details, and you know what? We've got a video that shows off exactly that. Check it out. Looks amazing.
Let's go! Activating drop shield.
Deception is my specialty.
You're safe.
I'm here.
Like, it just looks amazing. Every time I've seen that, I've gone, that looks sick.
It's just natural.
And it's nice that it goes beyond the characters. As you can see, they got custom weapon skins, custom banner, custom mark, like all the customization stuff that we have with it as well is really cool.
Yeah, I cannot wait to kind of like get my hands on with them. But we've been talking partnerships, and you've also got a clothing partnership, which I've lived in for since E3.
Literally have to peel it off. Please, when you wear something else.
Wash it occasionally.
Exactly. Washing, please.
Yeah, I mean, we've been working with the folks at Bathing Ape to create their. They have an ape line that you got a tease of at E3 with our blue. Yeah. And you can see we're doing it as in-game as well, so that blue is coming to inside the game that you can wear as part of a case of sort of the camo outfit. And then we actually do a physical line, which is going to be in red now, our red camo, which is going to be for sale at the Ape stores and at I think it's Xbox.com here.
Stay there.
I'm just wondering, I just want to get my hands on it. I hear a red one, I've got a blue one, I need the red.
Needs the set.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool. And it's a different styles than what you saw from the blue at E3 and then different designs. And so I was intending to bring it with me today, but customs is fun. So,
Honestly, it's probably a good joke you didn't.
It wouldn't have made it out here, I'm going to be honest.
Although I do enjoy the Canadian uniform you're wearing for me, so I appreciate that. It's very much appreciated.
I'm going for the red theme already, right? I just need the hoodie.
You need a bigger beard, though, if you're going to go lumber sexual. You need a bigger beard.
It doesn't grow. I tried. That's the main thing. But also, the streetwear lover in me is keen on what's in store for Gears and Bathing Ape. How can I get my hands on the hoodie? Because it's not here.
No, it's not. No, they have their stores like in New York and LA. Yeah. Again, they'll be limited on the Xbox Gear store, and then again you can get it in game.
All right, amazing.
I'm just going to wear matching hoodies in game.
That's going to be it.
I'm very excited. Rod, you might be done on our stage, but you're going straight to the GamesCom opening night broadcast. Can you tell us what's going on?
Yeah. Since E3, we've heard a lot of people asking about, but what about the campaign? We're going to talk about Escape, we're going to talk Versus, we're going to talk Horde, which we were doing. People want to know about campaign, so I'm going over to talk to Jeff Keighley.
I'll be streaming.
Put a new story
I'll be streaming the opening night thing later tonight for anyone wondering. It's about an hour and a half from now. I'll be taking a short break before I stream that.
I've just got to ask everyone in here, can we just get a huge round of applause for the Gears? It looks amazing.
Also, I like that the people who organised GameCom opening night couldn't spring for a new account because the Mixer account there was the Game Awards.
And don't forget, Gears 5 Ultimate Edition launches September 6th. included on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I am so excited. So who's going to be picking it up on the 6th? Who's going to be playing it? I think I'm going to be there.
Of course.
But that's all from us here at Gamescom. Remember, the fun continues next month with more Inside Xbox on September 24th.
And keep up with everything Gamescom when Xbox On goes live on mixer.com/XboxOn Tuesday and Wednesday starting at 5 p.m. British Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern and 6 a.m. Pacific. We'll also have new Gamescom videos going live on youtube.com/XboxOn each and every day this week. And of course, you can also follow Xbox on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything for all the latest Xbox news.
Plus, mark your calendars because XO19 takes over London on November 14th. Fans can look... Come on,
Amazing!
Fans can look forward to new announcements, new releases, and of course, all the latest from Xbox.
Thank you very much from all of us here in Cologne. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.
Bye. Thank you very much, everyone.
And there you go, that's the Inside Xbox thing. It wasn't quite 2 hours, but it was near enough that I guess you could round up to 2 hours. So it was alright. Problem with the Xbox stuff is a lot of the games that they tend to show off as games that are not exactly my cup of tea. I mean, I do like first-person shooters, but it kind of feels like, compared to Nintendo, they don't have as much variety going on, which is unfortunate, but there is some good stuff in there. I was hoping to see more Battletoads, but I guess they're saving that for the actual Gamescom opening night. And of course the campaign for Gears 5, which I'll probably also see during that. So there you go, that's the first time I've streamed in the Xbox, Inside Xbox. I don't know if it'll be my last. I'll think about streaming more of these. So, I don't have much to add to that, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. The next thing I'll be streaming for Gamescom will be the opening night event, which is an hour and 40 minutes from now. But I'm not going to be streaming a game between now and then. I'm just going to go offline for the moment and just chill for a bit, get something to eat, stretch my legs, and then get ready for that stream.